You're trapped in an elevator. Someone turns to you and says, "Crazy weather we're having, huh?" And in that moment, you'd rather pry open the doors with your bare hands than continue this conversation. Or worse, you're at a party. Someone corners you. So, what do? And suddenly, every cell in your body is screaming, "Get me out." Not because you're shy, not because you're rude, because your brain is having an allergic reaction to absolute nothingness. And there's real psychology behind why small talk makes some people want to fake their own death. Here's what's happening. Some people's brains are wired for social rituals. The whole, "How are you? Good you? Good" loop actually feels good to them. It's a comfort pattern. Their brain goes, "We did the thing. We're safe." Your brain? Completely different operating system. When someone asks, "How was your weekend?" their brain hears a friendly question. Your brain hears, "Pointless data request. Abort." You're not antisocial. Your brain just refuses to process conversations with zero substance. But here's where it gets worse. For some people, small talk isn't boring. It's exhausting. Because they're not just having a casual chat. They're running a full diagnostic in real time. Am I smiling enough? Did I just say something weird? Was that pause too long? Do they think I'm awkward? It's like playing a video game on expert mode where the reward is literally nothing. No connection, no meaning. Just successful small talk. Congratulations, you survived talking about weather. And your brain is now fried. Because while they're casually chatting, you're doing Olympic-level mental gymnastics just to seem normal. Over time, your brain learns, this costs way more than it gives. So you stop. Not because you hate people, because you're not dumb enough to keep doing something that drains you for zero reward. But here's the part that sounds judgmental but is actually true. Small talk is professional-grade bullshit. Someone asks, "How's it going?" The script demands you say, "Good, you?" But what if you're not good? What if you're stressed, overwhelmed, barely holding it together? Too bad. Small talk doesn't allow honesty. It requires you to put on a mask, smile, and perform a sanitized version of yourself every single day. And for people who can't stand being fake, this feels like dying slowly. Not, oh, mildly annoying. Like I'm betraying myself every time I do this. They're not trying to be difficult. They just can't keep pretending to be some smooth, no-depth version of themselves. That's not being antisocial. That's having a spine. Here's what's wild. People who hate small talk share one rare trait. They're not scared of silence. Most people, 10 seconds of quiet and they panic. Start babbling about traffic, weather, anything to fill the void. But you? Silence doesn't freak you out. Because you figured out something most people never will. Silence is more honest than small talk. It says, "I don't need to perform for you to prove we're okay." That's rare. Most humans are so terrified of quiet, they'll say anything to avoid it. But you? You'd rather sit in honest silence than drown in meaningless noise. Now, here's what people assume. Oh, you hate small talk? You must think you're smarter than everyone. Wrong. It's not arrogance. It's the opposite. Small talk is safe. You can't get hurt talking about the weather. Real conversation? That's dangerous. You share an actual thought, an actual feeling, you're vulnerable. So when someone skips the script and goes straight to depth, they're not being superior. They're being brave. They're risking real connection instead of hiding behind politeness. And most people can't handle that level of honesty. So they call you difficult. But really, you're just done pretending. And here's what the data actually shows. People who hate small talk don't have more friends. They have deeper friendships. They'd rather have 2 people who actually know them than 20 people who know their weekend plans. Because here's what they understand. Small talk doesn't build connection. It prevents it. Every minute you spend on surface-level bullshit is a minute you're not going deep. And they're not willing to waste their time like that. They're not cold. They just know the difference between real and fake. So if you hate small talk, your brain might crave meaning. Or you're tired of performing. Or you've seen through the social script and can't unsee it. You're not cold. You're just done with shallow. If this hit different, subscribe. We decode the psychology behind behaviors everyone judges but nobody explains.